Look, the data analyst job market has gotten some backlash recently, but it's not as bad as people think. And the data analyst job is still one of the best entry points into tech. No degree required, solid starting salary, and a clear path up to senior analyst, data scientist, engineer, management, whatever you want to do. And no, AI is not replacing analysts. It's taking over the boring parts, the cleaning, the formatting, and making good analysts faster and more valuable. And so companies are collecting more data than at any point in history, and data is the new gold, literally. So in this video, I'll show you the fastest realistic path from zero, from scratch, to hired in 2026. Let's go. So first, what do you actually need to learn? Not my personal opinion, that doesn't matter at all. Let's look at the real data. This is datanerd.tech, which fits the title of this video, Data Nerd. And basically what they've done is they've analyzed millions of job listings with data analysis, and it now shows which skills employers actually look for on the job market. And so if we filter for the data analyst job specifically, you'll see the same skills at the top every time. It's going to be SQL, the language for working with databases, the language everybody basically has to learn. It's also called structured query language, or that's what it's actually called, but everybody just says SQL nowadays. And this is a non-negotiable. I mean, you must learn SQL. It's kind of life or death, literally. Then there's Excel, the classic language or language tool, whatever you want to call it. You probably know some of it already, and it's still everywhere because most people in a company are not that technical. And so Excel is easy and lets anybody hop in and work together and check it out. So it's still used a lot in companies. And then there's Python, a programming language, powerful, super versatile, simple to use. And then the visualizations tools like Power BI and Tableau, which you can just choose one if you want to. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. Both are strong. I don't want to get into this like huge battle between Power BI and Tableau. One is Microsoft, one is Salesforce. It's kind of like McDonald's or Burger King. Personal preference, although McDonald's is clearly better, right? Now, where do you learn these skills? Well, I recommend DataCamp, and I've been using and featuring them for over 3 years on the channel, and I partnered with them for this exact video because when the goal is speed, how you learn, it actually matters. And so watching tutorial videos feels productive, but it's slow, although stay for this one, because you forget most of it. We've all been there. I mean, I forget things I've watched the same day, honestly, and DataCamp works differently. Every lesson is interactive with a short explanation, and then you write the code yourself, type, right in the browser. So you can get that feedback immediately from DataCamp on your mistakes and learn step by step. And that feedback loop is one of the reasons why 19 million people use DataCamp. That's a lot of people. And it's the fastest way that I know to make one of these skills actually stick. And that's what matters. If you forget it like 1 month after you started a job, not gonna work. For SQL, take their associate data analyst in SQL track, and it's only 39 hours, but will give you a very strong foundation. And you can start this as a brand new beginner and follow a structured path from your first SQL query to being job ready, so you never have to wonder what to learn next. And you can finish it in a few weeks, and at the end it leads directly into DataCamp's official certification that is recognized within the industry. And it's not going to be one of those like multiple choice quizzes. It's not going to be one of those. It's a timed real exam plus a proper practical exam designed to test whether you can actually do the work, not just remember it. So you graduate with a credential that holds some actual weight with a recruiter when they look at your resume. And so then for visualization, their data analyst in Power BI track is what I recommend this time. This one was actually created together with Microsoft, and it's built to get you ready for the official PL300 cert by Microsoft as well. I feature that many times on the channel, and it's like a 2-in-1 package. Now it's gonna take you around 50 hours, that's what they say at least, taking you from your first chart all the way to advanced topics like DAX and data modeling, with lots of projects along the way. And the projects are my personal favorite thing about it, because building a portfolio after you learn is a very bad idea, and I've made this mistake. The smart learners actually build their portfolio while they're learning, just like you do in this course. So you already have a portfolio when you complete it. And so when you finish this track, you also get a 50% off the official Microsoft exam that you take as a standalone cert, which is a very nice bonus. So if the goal is fast, the play is to stack them. And I would start with SQL first to get you kind of employable, and then Power BI to make you actually stand out as a candidate. So it's going to take you about 90 hours in total for all of this. That's just a few weeks of focused work to basically walk into interviews with the 2 top skills that 80% of data analyst job postings ask for, plus 2 credentials to prove that you have the skills. So you both have the skills and a way to prove it. Both tracks are linked at the top of the description. go check it out. Okay, now you've learned the skills, but learning is obviously not enough. So once you know the basics, start doing even more projects. And don't worry, finding data is actually super easy. There's a free website called Kaggle with thousands of data sets from football to movies to video games, whatever you can think about. I also really enjoy the official government websites like data.gov with free data about anything that's real, basically like real life stuff like jobs, housing, traffic, crime. And if you want to impress people, I recommend also collecting your own data. Depends on the project, of course. But here's the recipe, okay? Pick a topic that you love, like video games. Yeah, that's me. Ask simple questions like which game sold the most and why, and then answer it with SQL and turn that into a dashboard or something. That's a very high level, simple project. And because you picked something fun, you'll learn very quickly, you'll have fun, and you'll have a cool project to talk about in that job interview. Now, next, we're gonna focus on showing your work, because here's the truth, right? If you've never had a job, your projects are your experience. So keep it simple. 2 or 3 good projects are a very good start. 10 messy ones are worse than 2 really great projects. And a recruiter, they're very busy. They're not going to look at 10 projects anyway. So if the first 2 ones that they look at are bad, you're kind of screwed. Now for each project, I want you to answer 3 questions. What was the research question, or kind of like purpose? What did you do? And what did you find in your project? Now, a simple Q&A here is, where do you upload your projects to a portfolio? And there are 2 simple options, either GitHub, which is free and I recommend it. It's a classic site where people in tech share their work. Everybody knows it, recruiters know it, everybody knows. But if GitHub looks a little bit too complicated for you, or you just don't want to do that, no problem, use datascienceportfolio.io, and it's made exactly for this. I'm not sponsored or anything, but you can build a nice portfolio in about 5 minutes for free, no coding, and again, I mean, it's free. Then what you do is you put your LinkedIn or your resume, and boom, when a recruiter takes a look at you, they don't see no experience. They see proof of the skills and that you can do the job through projects. And that is your experience now. Now, the fun last step is actually getting the job, getting hired, and this is where most people lose months. They send the same resume to 500 companies and hear nothing back, and that really sucks. I totally get it. It's a horrible place to be. Don't do that. Use AI instead. Now, AI is not going to fix all of your problems, of course, but there are new AI tools coming out every single week, and sure, you can try them, but honestly, something like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, that's all you really need. Because what you can do is you can actually paste in your resume for free and a real job posting that you found, for example, from Google, and ask the AI to look at you like the company would. Basically, asking the AI to be your recruiter. And the AI can tell you, what makes me a strong candidate? What makes me a weak candidate, and what's missing from my application? And this is very valuable because now you're not guessing anymore. You basically have a pro hiring manager to teach you everything that you need to have to land a job completely for free. So you can see exactly what's holding you back, and you can fix it one step at a time. Basically like solving a little bottleneck and letting it go further, solving another bottleneck, etc. And my favorite is actually to let it play the interviewer. So you can tell it to basically act like a hiring manager and ask me a couple of data analyst interview questions, which is basically like getting free interview training as much as you want, even at 3 a.m. in the morning. And so AI can be incredibly helpful if you use it in the job search process, and you don't need a lot of fancy software or tools or expensive stuff. You can literally do it for free and just use it in the simplest way possible. That's usually going to be the most efficient. And there's one thing that I heard a long time ago that's always stuck with me, and that's the quote or the saying, you're only one job offer away from being a data analyst. So stop watching videos about it and go get it.